purpose of this video today is to show you how to import your outcomes into Canvas. Outcomes are what we understand in the Oshkosh Area School District to be standards. So whenever you hear the word outcomes, you can think of them as standards. What I've done first is cross-listed my courses and favorited a few so that I only have the two that are actually active that I'm teaching, and it makes this a little bit easier. So I'm going to go up to courses and click on the course that I want to import my outcomes into. So I'm going to click on this English course. And today I've decided to be an English teacher, so I'm going to go and import some English standards. So again, I've clicked on my course, and then I have some information on the left-hand side of my navigation bar here. I'm going to go all the way down to outcomes, and even though it's grayed out, it still means that as a teacher I can click on it. It just means that I haven't actually put any content into that section, and that's why it's still gray. So when I click on outcomes, we have a few options for outcomes. We have new outcome, new group, and find, and we're going to be using find. So I'm going to go ahead and click on find, and then I have account standards and common core standards. We're going to be using the account standards even though some of them come from the common core. So go ahead and click on account standards, and we're going to use the Oshkosh Area School District section. So go ahead and click on Oshkosh Area School District. Once you click on Oshkosh Area School District, you'll see a list of folders populate, and you have to choose the right folder for your department. So I'm going to be using English standards today because I'm an English teacher, so I'll click on English. And you'll notice that what starts to happen is that my folders get hidden over on the left-hand side. If that happens, you can just kind of scroll over to the left and right this way, just sort of take your mouse and drag over. You'll still be able to get to the earlier parts of the hierarchy if you do that, even though it doesn't seem like you can. So I'll click on English, and in this case I'm going to be using just English again instead of the ELA high school standards. So I'll go ahead and click on English, and I can see all of the standards that are within here. So if you want to double check, you can click on the folder and then choose one of them just to see if these are the right ones. And you can see the name of it, the short name up here. So this is English 10 101. Then this actually shows you what the standard is right here. So you can kind of double check to make sure that you have what you need. Now I want to go back and actually click on the folder itself because I don't want to import all of these individual standards. I want to import them as an entire group, and you can see that Canvas allows you to import one standard at a time if I choose that import button there. But what I want to make sure I do is actually import the entire folder. So again, click on the folder, and as soon as I have the entire thing in here, I'm going to go ahead and push the import button. And then it's going to import those, and it kind of shows you that it's importing the entire thing. And I've imported this now for a number of periods because I teach this course in multiple periods. Now what you notice is that if I navigate away from outcomes in my Canvas course and then navigate back to outcomes, you'll see that outcomes is no longer grayed out. It is the same color, as it's bolded like the other ones. And when I click on outcomes, I no longer have to find outcomes. I can see that my outcomes are here. When I click on English, I can go down to where it says English, and then I can click on each one of these individual standards and view each one. These standards are what we're going to be using later on in a different video that shows you how to actually add some of those standards to a rubric and be able to score them. I'm going to go up to the top and do this one more time for a different class. So I go up to courses, and I'm going to use my journalism class. So I'll click on journalism. That takes me to my journalism course, and you'll see that my outcomes for my journalism course is grayed out just like they were for my English course. So I'll click on outcomes there. And then I'm going to do the same process. I'm going to go over to where it says find. I'll choose account standards. Go to Oshkosh Area School District. I'm going to go down to English again. Choose my English folder, and since I actually understood that before all those standards were correct, I don't need to bother to double check and click on any of these individual standards. I'm just going to choose the English folder and go ahead and push import. And now those standards are imported into there, and I have outcomes in my journalism course and also in my English course. And again, if I navigate away, go back to outcomes, I can see that it's no longer grayed out, and I have a folder that has all of my corresponding standards in them. If you need help, you can contact one of your tech coaches or the Task Team Help Desk. Thanks for watching.